Good morning, good morning, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, based on where in the world you're watching from. On top of the day to you. Hope you and your family is blessed and filled with grace. It's a cool, rather said cold morning this morning in the state of Atlanta, Georgia. Seems like they have an accident already. Every morning early they have accident. Yes. But blessings to you and your family. Hope you're having yourself a cup of coffee or a cup of tea. Said one cup of coffee, then I'll go. Yes. Maybe they have one, two, three. Let's see how much cars. One, two, three cars. Four cars. So four cars accident. How is that possible? Somebody following too close. Yes, but if you're just tuning in now for the weekend, it's a hectic one. So they said if you're getting snapped, then tomorrow, and you will get the rest. If you didn't get any, if you did get a bit, then you will get the rest tomorrow, which is a supplement nutrition assistance program that Donald Trump and his Republican administration cut on the 1st of November. So if you were getting assistance from the government, yes, you'll be getting your benefits tomorrow. So if you're just watching, just tuning into the live, what are your thoughts this morning? President Donald Trump tell his Republican House to vote to pass the bill for the Epstein file to be released. But why now? After he shut down the country for 43 days, so they could rewrite the bill, they could find combs all the details through the Epstein file, take out what they want to take out, and you don't know what was taking place behind the scenes because everybody was blindsided by the government shutdown where your house fight and ask for it to be released and fighting for the country to reopen. But do you think it's a plan or it's a plot? Was for the country to shut down so they could vote and pass all those bills behind closed door. What are your thoughts this morning? Juju, blessings to you. Viking, blessings. Positive frequency, I'm gonna bring great energy. Yes, but what are your thoughts this morning? If you're just tuning into the live, Donald Trump, the President of America, President of the United States of America, asked for the Epstein file to his Republican colleagues to vote to pass the bill so they could show what was in or what's in the file and how many victims. But what are your thoughts this morning? Do you think the president is using psychology and trying to reverse using his business brain and the people of America? What are your thoughts this morning? Patricia Roden, blessings to you. We see where the country did lock down for 43 days and a lot of federal workers didn't get paid for almost 2 months. And all of a sudden the country reopened and the president asking his Republican colleague to vote for the Epstein file to be released. Now all these times, President bob and weave and doing everything, asking Bondi not to release the file, which the FBI Patel for the file not to be released. Yeah, but as you said, no one over 60 is supposed to run for president. But the thing about it, when you look at it, if you are 50, 60, 70, 80, right? You got your grandkids, your great grandkids. What new ideas they can have for your grandchildren and your great grandchildren at 60 or 70 or 80? Unlike a businessman like Donald Trump, he sells the most marker hat. As a president, he's doing business in the White House because every time he wears the marker hat, he advertises his brand. But people fail to understand that. So every time he put on that hat, he making money because he's advertising it. But because we are so narrow-minded that we don't see like that, we see color. In America, they see color. Because that's the same thing I was saying. You know, when 2020 election, a lot of my friends, they said to me, hey, what do you think about Donald Trump and Joe Biden? I said, for me, I won't vote for none of them. The reason why? They are two senior citizens. They're retired. Why are you going to vote for somebody who retired to represent you in your 30s, your 20s, or your 40s? We all bleed red, but race matter in America. I tell you that. What new idea you gonna come with? Just look at it now. Donald Trump, the voting back Donald Trump. First thing he come with was tariffs. Your two allies, your two neighboring countries that supply most of your agriculture produce, fruits and vegetables. One supply lumber, even electricity power. Mexico supply most of our agriculture, fruits and vegetables. And you put tariff on Mexico. You do the same thing with Canada. Now, we have shortage with fruits and vegetables because you put tariff on it. So what I tell you, a man of 78, 80, what new idea he can have? More than bringing chaos. From the day they elect him, it's just chaos and more chaotic in America. And every time you look at it, It's just depressing. And then the media outlets, they're not helping. The media are not helping because negativity sell in the media. If you're doing something good, they're not gonna show you what you're doing good. No, because negativity sells. Okay. So you see, when a country loves its people, then they put in infrastructure to benefit the country and the people. Because it's the people that make up the country. Just like how it's the people that make the government, because you're the one who vote in and elect the government. But people don't think that. Because if a man cannot think for his or herself, then somebody else have to think for him. That's why people listen to a guy who tell her like, hey, you know that man black and that man come from a S country. He don't look at you like, okay, let me talk to him and see, what he's going through in his country, why is the reason why he's here in America. But no, just like I'm from Jamaica, a lot of people stereotype, oh, every Jamaican a Rasta, every Jamaican smoke weed. I was like, no, it's not every Jamaican a Rasta and every Jamaican smoke weed. No, it's not like that. Just like in America, you're not going to say every white is racist. But because we're living in a country where the media spread a lot of propaganda, because it sells. Just like before the president run for office, he start with the Bertha movement. They're like, oh, Obama born in Kenya, not in America. So then, that's reverse psychology. Then Obama have to come out and show his birth paper, show that he was born in America. Just because he said Obama is black. But in America, people don't see you as a person. They see you for your color. The first thing come to their eyesight is the color. But just as I tell people, color is blind. Because you don't have black and white. Because if you mix black and white together, you get gray. Yeah, but remember, if we're gonna have no more poor and starving people. But remember, on war, this is how America built. Because remember, America built on war. So if you have what? So our military is almost 1 million. So where you gonna place all those 1 million people if you don't have no war going on nowhere in the world? You got to place those military somewhere, right? Just look into it. If no war, where are they gonna go? I remember America don't have no homegrown terrorists to send them out in the street to go fight war in the street of America. So that's why they have wars. So then you can deploy all these military elsewhere. Just like in COVID, when COVID hit, they were spread so thin, they have to be calling back people who are reserved to come help. Money or symbolism. But Yeah, but money is the root of all evil. And if you look at it, speak from a person with common sense. Now, if money wasn't power, why would Donald Trump running for office? A person who considers himself to be a billionaire. Because he have the money already. The only thing he haven't have is the power. Because remember, he have multiple businesses. So he have money. So now he have money, then he run for office because he can finance his own campaign. Then he get his business friends. Then he can get people to lobby for him. Hey, lobby for me. I give you like okay, take this into account. Now his top advisor before he say fire him. Who was it? Elon Musk. Elon Musk. Yeah, Elon Musk donated how much millions of dollars to his campaign. Because this is how it works. One hand go out, one hand receive. So the same hand that you put out to shake is the same hand receive and pull in. And what he did, he gave him a top job in the White House. Top job. Yes, top job. Top advisor to the president. Have no experience, but yes, he was a top advisor to the president. You know, it seemed like he was taking revenge on South Africa because of the apartheid, where he said that the black Africans was taking over the land from the white Africans. So the president was open America to let in all the white farmers who want to come to America. Just leave their farm and come to America and start over. All because of what Elon Musk was saying. And you know he was wrong. Because when you read up about apartheid, if you have an interracial child, you and that child cannot walk on the street. So husband and wife, you cannot walk on the street hands in hands with your child. Nope. I say, hey, no, you are not allowed. When you listen to Trevor Noah's story, you know, you be like, for real? Yep. And that's what he was going back towards. Because he said the black family, they take away his grandparents' land, or his land, so he wanted back. But as long as we live in this world, it will never be peace. It's going to be wars and rumors of war. As Bob Marley said, until the philosophy. And we see it happening every day in our streets. But if you're just tuning into the live, what are your thoughts this morning? Donald Trump, the President of United States of America, calling on his Republican colleagues to vote to release the Epstein file. Do you think any damning allegation or information in it that some prominent name will be caught up in? We see where a lot of older men like younger girls. And they say a lot of them are the pedophiles. They loved the younger girls. That's why they say back in the days, the age of consent was like, what, 14? Just imagine you have your 14-year-old daughter or son and somebody gonna marry him are her. But these are the people you voted for. You elect them to represent you to pass laws that benefit them, not you. Because politics play on the mind of the poor and needy and only help the rich and greedy. Because politics don't benefit the poorer class. Never did, never will. It's just like the country shut down and our government. Thomas Harvey, blessings to you. And our government shut down the country. And what? Over 750,000 federal workers was on furlough. And the president state, lot of who you on furlough, you are fired. But thanks to the judge who said, hey, that's illegal, that's unconstitutional. You can't do that. And the president think because he have a pen, he can just veto and sign everything into law. But you can imagine, you working as a federal worker for what? Say 35, 40 years. So you got one more year to go to retire. Maybe you just have less than a year to retire. Said come March you're gonna be retired. You got like a couple more months, couple more weeks to retire. And they just put you on furlough and said, hey, you are fired. What to go through that brain of yours? Knowing that you work all your life at this job. Just to be retired. You said, okay, I live, I work. Now it's time to enjoy the little time I have leave on earth. Retired, have some savings. And now the government, your government that you voted, fire you. You voted him to fire you. You voted him to lock down the country, are you? But people don't think like that. People don't look into it. And said, but why did the country shut down again? Mm, I don't understand. Why the country shut down? Economy was booming. Or GDP was booming, which is gross domestic product. And all of a sudden, our government, new government, no idea. So let's put tariff and make America great again. Letting every white people who overseas deport all the black and brown. Then we make America white again. Then America will be great again. But the thing that he never get was the backbone of America is the farmers in Iowa, farmers in Maine, and the business people in Florida, where the snow bunnies, their journey from Canada, every year, they make up, what, they said like 33% of Florida revenue. Because a lot of them have homes in Florida. So they would spend like what? All winter. And because our president put tariff on them and say he gonna make them the 51st state, they boycott. And now Florida start to feel it. Maine start to feel it. A lot of the businesses closes. They close down. because they don't have any. And if you don't have any visitor, what's gonna happen? You see them on the news every day. A lot of those towns become ghost towns. Yes. But good morning to you and your family. If you're just watching the live, what are your thoughts? Do you think the president using reverse psychology and asking for the Epstein file to voted for it to be released so the public can see what they are seeing? Do you think a lot of prominent names gonna be called up, or it's just they already take out the big names and put some small names in there? What are your thoughts? But for me, I don't care. Because you wait this long, then hey, the anticipation is all gone through the door. If when they did ask for it, when Marjorie Taylor Greene, Congresswoman of Atlanta, Georgia, did call for it to be released back then the hype was around it, so they could have been released. And then two, it's not just under President Trump. They said Joe Biden did have the files as well, so he could have released it. So they are playing politics with everybody. They're playing politics with Democrats and Republicans because that's what they do, play politics with people. And we see it every day. Just think no. The country reopened. So if you have SNAP program that Donald Trump stopped on the 1st of November, come tomorrow you'll be getting your benefits. So you could have your Thanksgiving dinner, which is Thanksgiving is turkey. So you'll have your Thanksgiving because you'll get. And if you're a federal worker, you haven't get pay, then hey, you'll start get pay again. TSA and air traffic controllers and military, everybody will start get pay again. And it will go back to normal. We'll have some normalcy in America for Thanksgiving. That's the busiest time of year. And a lot of people fly all over, drive all over to go have a meal with their family. And then, the festive time where people go out of the country, it is Christmas time. Christmas time. Yes. If you're a biblical person, then you know what Christmas is all about. But this is where I said so long. Bye-bye. Until tomorrow. Be safe, walk good. Peace and love to your fellow man. And let peace abide within us all. Blessings. As the great Marcus Mosiah Garvey said, one love, one heart, one aim, one destiny. It's one people. Because it's the same red blood we bleed. No matter what your complexion, no matter what your race. I'm out of here.